Thanks for joining us. I'm Jamie Sherrod. First at 10, turmoil continuing for Ottawa County's top health official. Today, a post for a public hearing to remove her from office. Her attorney is now filing an emergency order with Michigan's Court of Appeals. Our Matt Witkos has been covering this for months and explains these updates. Matt?
Yeah, well, Jamie, late last night, as Ottawa County's budget was up for discussion, the notice was sent to the health officer, Adeline Hambley's attorney. The 23-page removal hearing accuses Hambley of 4 charges. First, that she made false public representations about the budgetary scenarios. Second, that she falsely claimed that she was not included in the budget process. Third, that she failed to cooperate in the budget process. And finally, that she made false claims which caused confusion, anxiety, fear, and panic in the community. Allegations Hambley's attorney is now fighting against.
The charges pretty much speak for themselves. I mean, that's based on the evidence, and that's why we attached all the evidence.
The contentious health budget continues hours after the Board of Commissioners approved it.
It's obviously dealing with Ms. Hambley's own statements and the statements that led to problems and people being misled about the budget process and what was going on, what was being cut, what was not being cut.
Coleman Legal Group senior partner David Coleman shared County Administrator John Gibbs' emails in the public hearing letter. The emails starting in mid-August discussing general fund contributions around $2.5 million, which was an 80% reduction from what the health department had originally asked for. Following the request, Hambley posted to social media that this funding level would shutter the health department in weeks. The public hearing documents show Gibbs sent an email on August 23rd. Please proceed with producing a budget with a general fund contribution as close to the below directed level as possible.
We reviewed evidence and information at the request of the board chair, Mr. Moss, and then drafted the document.
These emails are the first time Fox 17 is seeing Gibbs' request. We have reached out several times, both in emails. County Administrator John Gibbs, can I grab you for a comment about the health department? Can we talk about the $2.5 million reduction? John, you got 5 minutes?
No, not right now. Thank you.
Can we, John? Mr. Gibbs. Can we talk about the budget, the health budget, proposed health budget? And in person. Commissioner Chairman Joe Moss also providing his thoughts on the budget process. He writes in part, "These are merely a sample of the fear and terror that Ms. Hambley inflicted on the community. While it is always acceptable to publicly criticize an officially proposed budget, it is wholly inappropriate to present internal budgetary questions to the public." Hambley is currently suing Moss and several commissioners, claiming they wrongfully demoted her, stripped her of her abilities to make decisions essential to her role, and are creating problems to fire her. In corporate counsel's initial email, he asked if Hambley had an interest in a global resolution where both sides could go their separate ways. Hambley's attorney responded in part, she is not interested in a negotiated resolution of her case, which would involve her resignation on her removal as health officer. Hambley's attorney Sarah Riley Howard filed emergency orders Wednesday. Howard says these allegations of incompetence, misconduct, and neglect of duty by Hambley are a sham to get her fired. Hambley's attorney is asking the court to delay the removal hearing until further notice, and she's asking the court to issue that delay before planned oral arguments on October 11th. A week after oral arguments is the public hearing. That is set for October 19th at 8 in the morning. If you would like to read all the charges, head to fox17online.com. In studio, I'm Matt Witkos, Fox 17 News.